everybody. This is Warf. Warf will be joining us. Ignore all the hollers. Some other kittens want to get out and they can't while Warf is out. I have filmed this once before. It was 17 minutes. That's ridiculous. We're going to refilm it. I will try to get through it all in one take, which I did not do last time. But I will be honest, it's going to be a terrible, horrible video. I have information that no one wants to talk about, especially me. But in order to move forward with the videos, we have to. In order to keep you up to date with what's going on, we have to. So I've made some notes, so hopefully it'll be shorter. Also, as a type of palate cleanse, the same day I uploaded this video, I'm also uploading a video of the Fluffy Kittens bath time. Everybody loves a good bath time video. The Fluffy Kittens are precious. Hopefully that will help. Then also by the end of the weekend, there is another video set to go that is about my feral cat shelters, and then it has some clips of my possum that I have been raising. Not really, but it's, you know, a long story. That's sometime other than this. So hopefully by the end of the weekend, by the time the new videos come out, we'll all feel better. But let's get on with this video, and I want everyone to remember through this whole video that when you first started watching me, I was simply a foster or a animal rescuer, which means that I could pick and choose and I could rescue when I wanted, and I had, well, I didn't have unlimited funds, but I had more funds because I had less animals. And I didn't have volunteers and employees, and I didn't have such a big organization to worry about keeping afloat and doing what is right. When I first started saving these babies, it was just me, the kittens. I could do what I wanted. So please keep that in mind. And I have to keep that in mind myself, because that's important. Okay, so we've covered that. Now, first things first on Rabbit. Rabbit is no longer with us. He has passed away. He tested, and I don't know if I've talked about this. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. He tested positive for feline leukemia, which that in itself is bad, but not horrible. But he also had, at the time we didn't know what they were, but they were growths all in through his nasal cavity down into his esophagus, which was the cause of his regurgitation. And why he was malnourished, he couldn't keep enough food in, you know, to grow, essentially. And because I thought he had anyway, he did not have mega esophagus. He had these growths. We did do a biopsy, and it did not come back great. So the decision was to end his suffering, because he just, there was just nothing that could be done. No vet would have done surgery to remove them, with him being actively FELV positive. You know, that's what the upper respiratory symptoms were. He was so much older than we thought. You know, I thought he was a kitten, and he was not. It was, I don't know, we don't know his age. There was no way to determine his age, but by his teeth, he was so much older. He was at least 5 to 10 years old. And the poor thing, I mean, he couldn't absorb nutrients. So anyway, that was a very, anyway, that's where we are with Rabbit. And so now, oh, I hate this. I hate making these. Anyway, so Collie, who is Warf's sister, hi. Collie is also passed, very unexpectedly. It was many days ago. I'm gonna be honest. It was many days ago. I couldn't film. It's probably been a while since you've seen a video. It was devastating. It was very unexpected. I mean, we knew she was sick. They have been tested. That's why they went and got all the tests done. You know, and we did know that she was anemic and that she was having some kind of difficulty somewhere in her system absorbing. But we had not figured it out by the time of her passing. So what I decided to do after she passed so suddenly, because if you'll remember, Calamity, her sister, also passed, when they were just weeks old, very suddenly. It was pretty much exactly the same thing, and I couldn't. Anyway, so what happened was I sent Collie to the state veterinary lab, the diagnostic lab, and had a necropsy done on her. And I got the results back, and she had classic wet FIP, which is very odd. And they're assuming, we've gone over this. I have 2 vets that are working on this, plus the diagnostic lab. I have a specialty vet who went to vet school in New York. So, like, you know, and then I have my regular vet who is a really good outside of the box thinker. And we have been going over this because, one, they're really young, especially Calamity, to have actually passed of FIP. And there were some other issues with Collie as well, but nothing like life-threatening for her at the moment. But they were very young, and there are instances of them being born. It's not normal though. What did you do? Oh, it's a shadow. Of them being born with FIP, and generally that's because the mom actively has it when she's pregnant and giving birth. So we're not sure if what happened is that's how they were abandoned and, you know, she passed or something, you know, right after they were born. We don't know. This is all conjecture. We just do know she had FIP. Which, sorry for the interruption. But anyway, so the last horrible thing we have to discuss is this little one, Warf. He is going in Monday for a test they do that is the closest to being able, because FIP cannot actually be diagnosed 100% when they're still alive. That sounds terrible. It is terrible, but it can't. There's no FIP test. There are certain things you can look for and certain things you can rule out, and vets can give their best guess, but there is no definitive. Don't let anyone tell you there is. There's no definitive test for FIP in an alive cat or kitten. But there are testing that help. And one of those is a gastric biopsy. And this little one is going in on Monday. Oh, I'm going to get through this. On Monday to have one, because there is a high probability. It's not 100%, especially with his having, you know, the same symptoms. but we're going to check for fluid or a certain type of fluid in his abdomen, and then we're going to go from there. I'm not making any decisions on him without several different tests. No, I'm not. And then there is the question of this, and there is a new drug out that treats FIP. However, I'm going to straight be honest with you. If he does get diagnosed with FIP and we put him on the medication, he will not stay here in my rescue. He will go, which I've kind of tried to make arrangements for already. He will go to a different rescue, and I will help them as much as possible, but I do not have the resources for this medication. This medication ends up costing thousands, and there's no discount for this medication. It does cost an astronomical amount, which you'd think they would do trials anyway. Don't get me started. I'll keep on point, but it is not cheap, and each kitten is tailored differently, so there's no way to know how long he'll have to be on it. There's no way to know any of that. So I have partnered with a medical rescue out of state, and I did say, I would commit to helping as much of my resources as I could, but I can't do the whole thing. I can't, as a executive of this rescue, put all our, we don't even have those resources, much less commit all those resources. We wouldn't be able to help anyone else. That being said, last thing, I have stopped intake on all cats and kittens unless it is a medical emergency, and I mean medical emergency, until January 1st. We are mentally exhausted. We are physically exhausted. We are out of resources. It's ridiculous. We have 47 cats and kittens that are available for adoption now or will be available for adoption by the beginning of the year. So we're full. And we're all, especially with these latest things happening, we're just full, of everything. And we're just emotionally gone. And I know it's terrible, and I am so sorry. There will be videos, however, because we do still have the snowshoe Siamese. We have the little fluffy kittens. We have Warf. There are a couple other kittens that other people have that I do want to kind of make a couple videos on, because some of them are kind of special. So there will be videos, and really there'll probably be more videos now because I won't be constantly dealing with emergencies and intakes and that kind of thing. But there will be no new ones really for you guys. But maybe I'm hoping to make some informative videos. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. There will be video. I'm not leaving. I love YouTube. I'll never leave YouTube. Hey, mister. But I did want to let you know. Also, I'm really behind on everything, emails included. I will get to them, I swear. Okay, thank you guys. I love all of you. Thank you. Have a great day.